I apologize to Wonder Woman fans who may not have heard, but unfortunately, the film's third installment has been cancelled. There will likely be much speculation about who is responsible for this decision. However, director Patty Jenkins has stated that there was nothing she could do to move the project forward. Stay tuned for more information on this developing story. What you need to know: Patty Jenkins, the film's director, denied allegations that she has abandoned Wonder Woman 3 and claimed on Twitter that there was nothing she could do to move the third installment forward at this time. Jenkins attributes the film's cancellation to the extensive reorganization within Warner Bros. Due to its merger with Discovery. "I never turned back. I was willing to oblige any request made of me," says Jenkins. "DC is obviously buried in the changes they need to make, so I understand these choices are challenging at this time." What's the DC Universe's fate under Warner Bros. New CEO? After CEO David Zaslav took control of Warner Bros., fans are unsure what will happen to the DC Universe. As part of his efforts to reduce company expenses, Zaslav has already shelved several projects, including Wonder Twins, the planned animated Strange Adventures series, and Batgirl. Every DCEU storyline that can't happen without Wonder Woman 3. Many of the plots begun under Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman will never be completed, as the DCU wants a new beginning, and most especially as Wonder Woman 3 was cancelled. The cancellation of Wonder Woman 3 will prevent various stories from being adequately explored or resolved. The experiences of Wonder Woman in live-action movies has been primarily favorable. Audiences initially had doubts about Gal Gadot's casting, but they quickly came to appreciate her in Wonder Woman and Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. Wonder Woman was handled flawlessly in Zack Snyder's Justice League, despite her character not receiving the ideal treatment. James Gunn and Peter Safran's brand new DC universe has opted to start from scratch rather than expand on what the DCEU had already established. This includes the forthcoming Wonder Woman 3 movie being scrapped. Gal Gadot could still reprise her role as Diana Prince in the DC Extended Universe, but it seems doubtful given the cancellation of her third movie. This would be a significant setback, since Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman should remain in the DC Universe in some manner. Her casting as the DCEU's Wonder Woman was also something that most viewers would agree was a great pick. Several themes started in the DCEU, including Gal Gadot's 2 movies that will no longer be addressed or touched upon if her portrayal of Wonder Woman is over. Wonder Woman 3 might have resulted in Diana and Steve's happy ending. One of the best superhero pairings to appear on screen is that of Gal Gadot's Diana Prince and Chris Pine's Steve Trevor. Their romance was a standout in both Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1984. In the original Wonder Woman ending, Steve Trevor gave himself up. Diana sacrifices Steve once more in Wonder Woman 1984 since she had to lose her abilities due to using the Wishing Stone to bring him back. In a sad farewell, the couple promises to stay in touch no matter where they are. This not only gave Diana the courage to start letting people into her life, but also hinted at a potential DCEU resolution for her. Steve's reappearance in Wonder Woman 3 would have allowed Diana to spend the rest of her days with the person she loved the most, regardless of whether he was revived by magic or as a counterpart from another dimension. Diana and Steve may have reconnected, much like Captain America and Peggy Carter did in Avengers Endgame. Additionally, this would have distinguished Wonder Woman from other female superheroes, many of whom have their romantic interests taken away from them, as in the Supergirl series, or have none at all, as in the case of Captain Marvel. Even though the Wonder Woman story is greater than just her love life, it would have been ideal if her journey had ended with her finding true happiness with her true love. Diana's bisexuality might have been explored in Wonder Woman 3. Diana might have also addressed her bisexuality, which was the DCEU's biggest gaffe with Wonder Woman. After having several subtextual relationships with various Amazonian women, Diana in the comics was revealed to be bisexual in 2016. She most recently had a relationship with Princess Zala, Superman's sister, in 2021's Dark Knights of Steel #2. Diana's bisexuality was flagrantly overlooked in Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1984, and it was a missed opportunity to include this more progressive update in the live-action rendition of the character. This may have been addressed in Wonder Woman 3's story of Diana. The perfect chance to introduce a female character who Diana falls in love with would have presented itself if the filmmakers had decided against having Steve return for a second second time. It would not have been strange to take this turn because Gadot had desired Halle Berry to be her love interest. If done successfully, this would have been a tremendous stride for positive LGBTQ+ representation, as well as bringing a significant aspect of Diana's character into the public eye. Diana could have built more meaningful relationships with humans. The DCEU Wonder Woman did not have enough time to really develop meaningful relationships with human people outside of romance. If you remember, Diana informs Cyborg in Zack Snyder's Justice League that she is still working on letting people in. While collaborating with the Justice League is a step in the right direction, Wonder Woman 3 would have been the ideal setting for Diana to start developing friendships. Small hints in Wonder Woman 1984 suggest that she maintained contact with the Wonder Woman crew until their deaths, but there hasn't been much development on this plotline. The return of Cheetah. In Wonder Woman 1984, Cheetah's narrative began as a potential friendship but turned into an unresolved villain arc. Diana exhorts the world to give up their desires for the greater good at the end of the second movie. Everyone is made to do this, but Barbara does not. Barbara's desire to be like Diana would still stand even if Maxwell Lord renounced his wish, which would automatically revoke everyone's wishes that he had already granted. This proves that Barbara is still functional and has access to Diana's abilities. With the earlier option of Diana making friends, Cheetah's finale in Wonder Woman 3 would have benefited the plot even better by highlighting the difference between toxic allegiance and true loyalty. Cheetah is probably one of Wonder Woman's greatest antagonists. Therefore, Wonder Woman 3 needed to wrap up this plot satisfactorily. It is unlikely that Barbara, also known as Cheetah, will be featured in another DC Universe movie because her storyline and complex relationship with Diana would not be able to be adequately explored in just one film. Asteria's unfinished story. Asteria, a character played by Linda Carter, is another whose narrative was started in Wonder Woman 1984 but will probably never be concluded. The second movie tells the tale of Asteria, an Amazon who donned gold armor and battled off the male troops by herself to free the other Amazons and allow them to flee to Themyscira. Asteria arrives at a marketplace in the Wonder Woman 1984 post-credit scene and says she has been helping people for a considerable time. Even if the first Wonder Woman had merely made a brief appearance here, that would still be a missed opportunity. The discovery that Asteria is still alive and well opens the possibility of her trip and a potential encounter with Gal Gadot's Diana. Many fans would be interested in seeing this topic investigated if Asteria had been in Wonder Woman 3. In that case, she might have served as Diana's mentor, guiding her through the world of men and demonstrating to Diana that she too adhered to the belief that while humanity may not deserve their assistance, it is about what they as heroes believe to be the right thing to do. Wonder Woman 3 could have illustrated Diana's departure from humanity. Diana left humanity 100 years before the events of Batman vs Superman, according to Zack Snyder's DCEU Wonder Woman. Here, Diana says to Bruce Wayne, "Men made a world where standing together is impossible." Many viewers anticipated that Wonder Woman would explain why Diana abandoned mankind, but Diana is ultimately propelled to fight for humanity thanks to her interest in Steve Trevor. In addition, Wonder Woman 1984 failed to continue this plot thread by portraying Diana assisting those in need while doing so covertly and destroying any signs of her presence. Unless there was an event that happened 100 years before the present that audiences have not seen yet, this trend does not make sense narratively. Unfortunately, the absence of a Wonder Woman 3 movie has prevented this tale from having a satisfying ending. If the movie was still in production, it might have addressed this by having Diana eventually confide in someone, or by providing a flashback that explains why and what it meant for her to turn away from humanity. Return of Diana to Themyscira. The biggest indication of Diana's storyline's potential future direction was provided in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Steppenwolf constantly makes fun of Diana about the massacre he committed against the Amazons to get the Mother Box, which makes the moment when she delivers the killing blow and beheads Steppenwolf all the more impactful. Diana is seen in the 4-hour epic's last frame lamenting the death of her sisters as she looks at the setting sun. With this scene, the Snyder Cut prepared the most emotional plot point for Wonder Woman 3, her return to Themyscira. Diana could return to Themyscira and be reunited with her people and her mother if Wonder Woman 3 was still in production. Diana's mother-daughter bond is crucial to the growth of her personality. She had the opportunity to tell Steve what had transpired regarding the Great War, her personal life, and her defeat of Steppenwolf Steppenwolf with the aid of the world's greatest heroes. So guys, what other plot points do you think will be missed now that Wonder Woman 3 has been canceled? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more interesting content like this. See you next time.